Welcome students. Dear student, this video is going to be very important for you because in this video you will come to know how a weak student can gain huge knowledge in a very short period of time and can obtain 100% mark in final board examination. So first of all, our syllabus should be according to board examination, and we also must possess the knowledge of those questions which are based on NCERT and frequently come in board examination but do not exactly match with the book. So we must have perfect knowledge about these questions so that you can attempt all the question in examination and can secure a better percentage for your bright future. So in this regard, we are taking a topic of humanize here. It will be conducted here in 3 steps, and each step is very important for board examinations. After conducting all these 3 steps, I assure you that no one in CBSE board can beat you on this topic. So let me start it. This is the first step. This step belongs to diagram of human eye with minimum leveling on it so that no mark should be detected in final board examination. So let me start. Step first, cornea. This is the front part of the eyes. It is also a bulging outward part called cornea. Means all the visible part of the eye is called cornea. Just behind the cornea is the iris. This is iris. This is also iris. There is a hole in the middle of the iris which is called pupil of the eye. This is the actual hole through which light enters the eyes. The pupil appears black because no light is reflected from it. For example, when a light is incident on a mirror, then it is reflected back. But when the light incident on pupil, then it absorbs all the light rays and fall on eye lens. But eye lens is a convex lens, so it converges all the light rays on the retina and produces a real and inverted image of the object on the retina. Next is ciliary muscles. Ciliary muscles hold the eye lens in a fixed position. They can increase or decrease the size of eye lens. For example, when the ciliary muscle contract, means press the eye lens, the size of lens decreases, and when they expand, the size of lens increases. In other words, we can say that ciliary muscle change the focal length of the eye lens so that light rays coming from a distant object as well as nearby object keep converging on retina, and a brilliant and clear view of the object is obtained. Next is retina. It is a back part of the eye having a large number of light sensitive cells called rods and cones. Cones recognize the different color, for example red, green, blue, yellow, and rods measure the intensity of light, whether it is bright or dim, means whether bright light is entering the eyes or dim light is entering the eye. We know that our retina is a very soft and a delicate screen. It can damage if a bright light incident on it, but iris protect retina from bright light because in bright light iris decrease the size of pupil to admit less light to enter the eyes, and in dim light iris expand the size of pupil or increase the size of pupil to admit more light to enter the eyes and object can be visible. But the iris cannot increase or decrease the size of pupil at once. It takes some time to increase or decrease the size of pupil. That's why we cannot see the sun directly, because it may cause damage to our retina. And also at night we are not able to see the object clearly when a vehicle passes near us. But after some time, when iris increase the size of pupil, more amount of light enter the eyes and we are able to see the object. So let me back to retina again. Since retina has a large number of light sensitive cells, so when the image falls on retina, then these light sensitive cells get activated and generates electrical signals. Retina sends these electrical signals to the brain through optic nerve and give rise to the sensation of vision. Although the image formed on retina is inverted, but our mind read it as a erect image. Next is optic nerve. Optic nerve provide a passage to the signals of image which are sent to the brain by retina. So these were the description of different part of human eye. So let me start step second. This is the second step. This step belongs to functions or simply role of different part of human eye. These are very important for us because they frequently come in board examination. So let me start from cornea. Cornea. It is a front part of the eyes which allow all the light rays to enter the eyes. Next is iris. Iris control the size of pupil according to amount of light required by retina. Next is pupil. Pupil control the amount of light entering the eye. Next is eye lens. Eye lens is a convex lens, so it converges all the light rays on the retina and produces a real and inverted image of the object on the retina. Next is ciliary muscle. Ciliary muscle change the focal length of the eye lens to get a clear view of the object on the retina. Next is retina. Retina play the role of a photographic film. That is, it is a light sensitive screen of our eye. We mean light here from the rays which are coming from those objects which are being viewed. So the rays coming from them also called light rays or simply light. Next is optic nerve. Optic nerve provide a passage to the signals which are sent to the brain by retina. So these were the function of different part of human eye. So let me start step third. This is the third step. This step belongs to defects of vision and many other questions to recognize these defects. These questions are very important for us because they frequently come in board examination to assess the basic concept of the student. So we have to learn here how many different types are there to recognize these defects. So let me start from myopia. First defect is myopia or short-sightedness, means short sight. In this defect, a person can only see short distance object or nearby object but cannot see long distance object. To see long distance object, a person need spectacle containing concave lens. Second defect is hypermetropia or long-sightedness, means long sight. In this defect, a person can only see long distance object but cannot see nearby object. To see nearby object, a person need spectacle containing convex lens. So here we can simply say that first defect is myopia, which can be corrected by concave lens. Second defect is hypermetropia, which can be corrected by convex lens. We can also say that first defect is myopia, first lens is concave. Second defect is hypermetropia and second lens is convex. So first defect, second defect, first lens, second lens. We can also recognize the concave and convex lens on the basis of power and focal length. Let's see. If power or focal length is negative, it will indicate concave lens. And if power and focal length positive, then it will indicate convex lens. For example, this is the power. The SI unit of power is diopter and denoted by capital letter D. So for any negative value of power, it will indicate concave lens. For example, P equal to minus 2D, minus 3D, minus 4D and so on. It will indicate concave lens. Also for any negative value of focal length, minus 10 cm, minus 20 cm and so on, it will also indicate concave lens. And for any positive value of power or focal length, it will indicate convex lens. So here we can recognize the concave and convex lens on the basis of sign of power and focal length. So after recognizing concave and convex lens, we can also recognize the defect of vision. If we have concave lens, then defect is myopia, and if we have convex lens, then defect is hypermetropia. Now let's see here. If a person can see short distance object, then the person is short-sightedness, means suffering from myopia, can be corrected by concave lens. And if a person can see long distance object, then person is long-sighted, means suffering from hypermetropia, can be corrected by convex lens. But if a person cannot see short distance object or nearby object, then he can see long distance object. In this case, means long sightedness, hypermetropia, can be corrected by convex lens. And if a person cannot see long distance object, then he can see short distance object. In this case, means short sightedness or myopia, can be corrected by concave lens. So we can recognize the defect on the basis of concave and convex lens, also on the basis of short distance and long distance. Next is presbyopia. Presbyopia occurs only in old age due to gradual weakening of ciliary muscle. This is the only defect which occur in old age due to gradual weakening of ciliary muscle. In this defect, a person can neither see distant object and nor can see nearby object. To see distant object or nearby object, a person need spectacle containing bifocal lens or double lens, in which concave lens is used in upper part to see long distance object and convex lens is used in lower part to see nearby object. Next is cataract. In this defect, eye lens or simply eyeball become cloudy or milky. This defect can be corrected only by surgery. So these were the defect of vision. So let me go ahead. This is the formula of power. Power equal to 1 upon focal length or P equal to 1 upon F. So it is a very important formula for us. Here we can recognize the defect on the basis of power and focal length of the eye lens. So what does this formula indicate here? Let first we take the case of A equal to B. In this case, if B decreases, then A also decreases, and if B increases, then A also increases because A equal to B. But this case is quite opposite. In this case, if focal length increases, then power decreases, and if focal length decreases, then power increases. We can also say that if power increases, then focal length decreases, and if power decreases, then focal length increases. So first we take the case of normal eye. How does a normal eye see the object? Let's see. These are the light rays coming from the object. These light rays converges on the retina after passing through eye lens, and a clear view of the object is obtained. In this case, the distance from the center of the eye lens to the retina is called the focal length of the normal eye, and it is 2.5 cm in length. So the focal length of normal eye is 2.5 cm. But in case of defected eyes, the light rays do not converge on the retina. Instead, they converge in front of retina or beyond the retina. The light rays converges in front of retina due to high converging power of the eye lens. High converging power means the light rays bend more strongly than the normal and meet in front of retina. In this case, the focal length of the eye lens decreases and no view of the object is obtained on the retina. But in case of low converging power, the light rays bend more slightly and meet beyond the retina. In this case, the focal length of the eye lens increases and no view of the object is obtained on the retina. So let first we take the case of myopia. It says high converging power of eye lens. So in case of high converging power, the light rays meet in front of retina. In this case, the focal length of eye lens decreases. Next, hypermetropia. It says low converging power of the eye lens. So in case of low converging power, the light rays meet beyond the retina. In this case, the focal length of eye lens increases. So here we can recognize the defect on the basis of high converging power and low converging power. If the converging power of lens is high, then defect is myopia, and if the converging power of lens is low, then defect is hypermetropia. So here we can recognize the defect on the basis of high converging power and low converging power. Also, we can recognize the defect on the basis of focal length. If the focal length of eye lens increases, then power decreases, means low converging power. Hypermetropia can be corrected by concave lens. If the focal length of eye lens decreases, then power increases, means high converging power. Myopia can be corrected by concave lens. So here we can recognize the defect on the basis of power and focal length. Now we have to recognize the defect on the basis of ciliary muscle. Let's see. When the ciliary muscle contract, means press the eye lens, the size of lens decreases, and when they expand, the size of lens increases. So let's see again. When the ciliary muscle contract, means press the eye lens, the size of lens decreases, its focal length decreases, and viewing distance also decreases, means in this case we can see only short distance object, means short sightedness, myopia. And when the ciliary muscle expand, the size of lens increases, focal length increases, and viewing distance also increases. In this case we can see long distance object, means long sightedness, hypermetropia. Now we consider a opposite case here. When the ciliary muscle contract, the size of lens decreases, but the thickness of the lens increases, and thickness is curvature of the lens. So when the ciliary muscle contract, the size of lens decreases but curvature increases, and when the ciliary muscle expand, size of lens increases but thickness decreases, means curvature decreases. So here we can also recognize the defect on the basis of curvature of eye lens. When the curvature of eye lens increases, means size of lens decreases, focal length decreases, viewing distance also decreases. We can see the short distance object, means myopia. And when the curvature decreases, then size of lens increases, focal length increases, also viewing distance increases. We can see long distance object in this case, means long sightedness, hypermetropia. Also we can recognize the defect on the basis of focal length and curvature. When curvature increases, size of lens decreases, focal length decreases. If focal length decreases, then power increases, means high converging power, myopia. When the curvature of lens decreases, then size of lens increases, means focal length increases. If focal length increases, then power decreases, means low converging power, hypermetropia. So we can recognize the defect like this. So let me see. This is curvature. Curvature is opposite to size of lens. So we can say here, if curvature increases, then size of lens decreases, focal length decreases, and viewing distance also decreases. Means we can see short distance object, short sightedness can be corrected by myopia. If the curvature decreases, then size of lens increases, focal length increases, also viewing distance increases. In this case we can see long distance object, means long sightedness, hypermetropia can be corrected by convex lens. Here also we see, if curvature increases, then focal length decreases. Also we know that when power increases, then focal length decreases. So we can treat the curvature and power in the same way. If curvature and power increases, then focal length decreases. If curvature and power decreases, then focal length increases. So after completing all these three steps, all the questions based on human eyes, whether they belongs to previous year examinations or forthcoming examination, will be clear automatically. So let me try some questions. So first we here start questions based on previous year examinations. So let's start question number first. Write the functions of the flowings cornea, iris, pupil, ciliary muscle, eye lens, retina and optic nerve. We have already done all these functions. So now we start question number 2. Name the defect of the vision due to number 1. Power of eye lens is too great. Since in this case power is too great. Power is too great means high power or high converging power, and high converging power means myopia, which can be corrected by concave lens. Next, focal length of eye lens is too great. In this case the focal length is too great means high focal length. If focal length is high, then power is low or low converging power means hypermetropia, which can be corrected by convex lens. Next, power of accommodation of eye lens decreases. Simply we can say that power of eye lens decreases. Since in this case power of eye lens decreases means low converging power. Low converging power means hypermetropia, which can be corrected by convex lens. Next, the eye lens has become milky and cloudy. So we know the defect in which eye lens become milky and cloudy. That is cataract, which can be corrected only by surgery. Next, ciliary muscles have weakened. So here we know the defect in which ciliary muscle get weakened. That is presbyopia, which occurs only in old age due to gradual weakening of ciliary muscle. This defect can be corrected by using spectacle containing bifocal lens or double lens, in which concave lens is used in upper part to see long distance object and convex lens is used in lower part to see nearby object. Also give corrective measure for it. So we have already given the corrective measure for each question. So now we start question number 3. How does a normal eye see the distant object? So here we know that how does a normal eye see the distance object. So to see the distance object, ciliary muscles go relaxed. In this case the focal length of eye lens increases and become 2.5 cm, and so a clear view of the object is obtained on the retina. Next, what are rods and cones? So we know that what are rods and cones. These are light sensitive cells present in retina. Cones recognize the different color and rods measure the intensity of light. Next is what happens when ciliary muscles number 1 expand, number 2 contract. So here we know that what happens when ciliary muscles expand and contract. So when ciliary muscles expand, we can see long distance object. In this case the focal length of eye lens increases and curvature of lens decreases. And when ciliary muscles contract, we can see nearby object. In this case the focal length of eye lens decreases and curvature of the lens increases. Next, a person cannot see objects beyond 1.2 meter distinctly. What is the nature of the lens used to restore proper vision? Since the person cannot see objects beyond 1.2 meter, means he cannot see long distance object in this case, but he can see short distance object in this case, means short sightedness or myopia, which can be corrected by concave lens. So in this case the person is suffering from myopia, which can be corrected by concave lens. Here first we have to know what are short distances and long distances. We know that the near point of normal eye is at 25 cm. Below 25 cm we cannot read clearly and comfortably. So the distances from 25 cm to 50 cm are considered to be short distances, and the distances above 50 cm are considered to be long distances. For example, if a person is not able to see object placed at 70 cm, then he is not able to see long distance object. So 70 cm will be considered as a long distance. That's why we have taken 1.2 meter as a long distance. So let me go ahead. Next is A child sitting in a classroom is not able to read clearly the writing on the blackboard. Name the defect from which he is suffering. With the help of ray diagram, so this defect can be corrected. Since this child cannot see writing on the blackboard, means he cannot see long distance object, but in this case he can see short distance object, means short sightedness or myopia. So this child is suffering from myopia, which can be corrected by using spectacle containing concave lens. Name the defect from which he is suffering. So he is suffering from myopia. With the help of ray diagram, so this defect can be corrected. So we will show you ray diagram in the next video. Next, a man can read number of distant bus clearly, but he find difficulty in reading his book. From which defect of eye is he suffering? What type of spectacle lens should he use to correct the defect? Since the man can read number of distant bus clearly, in this case he can see long distance object, means long sightedness or hypermetropia, which can be corrected by using spectacle containing convex lens. From which defect of eye he is suffering? So he is suffering from hypermetropia. What type of spectacle lens should he use to correct the defect? So he should use the spectacle containing convex lens. Next is, a person is unable to read his book clearly. Name the defect and lens to correct the eye. Since the person cannot read his book clearly, means he cannot see short distance object, but in this case he can see long distance object, means long sightedness or hypermetropia, which can be corrected by using convex lens. Next, many people at old age find difficulty to read comfortably and clearly without corrective spectacles. From which defect of eye they are suffering? So here we know that there is only one defect which occurs only in old age, that is presbyopia, which can be corrected by using spectacle containing bifocal lens or double lens, in which concave lens is used in upper part and convex lens is used in lower part. Next, if the power of eye lens is minus 4D, find the focal length and the nature of the lens. So here we are given the power P equal to minus 4D. Now we have to find out focal length and nature of the lens. Since the power is negative, so the nature of lens is concave. We know that focal length equal to 1 upon power equal to 1 upon minus 4 or equal to minus 0.25 meter or minus 25 centimeter. Thus focal length equal to minus 25 centimeter and nature of lens is concave. Next is, if power of two lenses are plus 2D and minus 2D, find the focal length of each lens and nature of the lenses. Since if power is positive, then it will indicate convex lens, and if power is negative, then it will indicate concave lens. So we can find out easily the nature of the lenses with the help of sign of power. Also, we can find out the focal length in both cases by using formula F equal to 1 upon P. The focal length of plus 2D will come out to be plus 50 centimeter, and for minus 2D it will come out to be minus 50 centimeter. Next, a person wearing spectacle of power minus 2.5 diopter. Name the defect from which he is suffering from, and also find the nature and focal length of the eyeglasses. Since in this case power is given negative, so it will indicate concave lens, and if the lens is concave, then defect is myopia. Now you have to find out focal length in this case. So let us see next. A person wearing spectacle of power plus 2D. Name the defect of vision he is suffering from, and also find nature of his eyeglasses. Since the power is positive, then it will indicate convex lens, and if lens is convex, then defect is hypermetropia. So dear student, if you feel better this video, then like it. And if you really want to get your maximum in final board examination, then you must join this channel. So write us in the comment box. See you again